Yeah, absolutely. It's been a journey. I've been in sales for a little over 16 years now. So I spent a lot of my life in the car business, and that's kind of where I grew my sales experience. And what I've learned though from going from the auto industry and now I'm in manufacturing is that sales is very similar no matter what industry you're in, whether you're working with consumers or other businesses. Yeah, so I spent 10 years in the car business, and then I moved into manufacturing as an outside sales rep in 2020, and I worked for two different companies over about 5 years, 5 year span, and just kind of doing B2B sales, helping them find work for their shops and keeping their machines running. That was my job, day in day out. Hey, we got lasers that need work. Let's go find work for the lasers. Okay, let's go find the companies that have the work that we can help produce for them. And then in August of 2024, I had a bit of a shock where I was let go from my position, and I just kind of sat there for a second on a Friday afternoon. I took my kids camping for the weekend. I said I'm not canceling this camping trip, and I'm going to figure out what's next for me when I get back on Monday. And long story short, I didn't figure it out in one day. It took me took me about 8 weeks to really get to a point where I was like, okay, my next move needs to be something on my own. I need to be able to do something for myself. And it was through a friend and my wife that we kind of had some conversation about, you've been doing sales for two different companies now, over the last 5 years or 4 years, and why can't you just do the same thing but do it on your own, and maybe do it more fractional is what we're calling it now these days, and in the new era here. So why not be a fractional sales rep? Whereas I work part-time for multiple different companies, and I serve their needs as a salesperson or an outside salesperson, because it's at the end of the day, it's expensive to hire on a sales guy. And we come with experience, and I would say we're not cheap to hire, and but we also have to show up and prove ourselves too. So there's a lot that goes into hiring that. So this kind of gives companies the ability to not have to bring somebody on full time. But so yeah, that's what I do. I work for multiple different companies in the manufacturing space. Anything from fabrication shops to machine shops. I partnered with powder coaters in the past, and we're just kind of growing at a steady pace right now of just increasing that world. So it's been
Yeah.
it's been a journey.